Hello, Pisces. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. One of these days, maybe this holidays, I'll switch them up. But for some reason, I'm liking these cards and I'm sticking with them for some reason. Alright. Relationships first. Singles second. And the oracle cards come out as necessary. Or as they're called to, whatever you want to say. Alright, now, what is happening here? This seems like this is simultaneous on your partner's side. This seems very interesting. All three of these cards seem like what's going on. It's already going on. This is how they're handling it and where it seems to be staying. I don't know if it's kind of metamorphosing ahead, but I'm getting they're kind of hiding how they're feeling in a sense. Because I'm getting this. You get the six. I want to say it's the six. Six of Wands on top. This is what's holding them back. This is what's keeping it a problem. They're just trying to overcome the situation. They're just trying to, I don't know, almost like they're trying to rise above the situation or not really connect with how they feel. Whatever the situation is, though, they are very devastated about it. They're very upset about it. They're kind of having this panic feeling, like they need to fight for the situation. But the way they're handling it, the way it's coming off on the outside, and I feel like this is the problem, is they're just trying to work through it like it's going to be fine, like they're just kind of rising above it. When in truth, they're really upset about the whole situation, and it's kind of eating at them. Now this is interesting because I'm not understanding what is actually happening between the two of you, because all of your cards except for one is very positive in my opinion. Very strong, good cards. But for all of these 5 positive cards, you have one, which I consider the roughest card in the deck personally. You got the Devil card. That's where you're standing. And I'm like, what is this saying? Now the Devil card can go a few different ways, and I'll be honest with you, I'm already kind of shuddering, where is this going? Because I like to do more of an uplifting read, but this is are you pulling back? No. Yes or no? No. Are you I feel like you're going for what you want, but this is the only card that's negative on your side. It's where you're standing, but I don't understand. Everything else feels good, so I'm kind of a little perplexed. And I'll be honest, because I'm a Pisces, I'm a little up. It's probably another reason I'm just really? Why is all the rest of this so good and you're saying where we're standing? I'm not in a relationship, but still. Where a Pisces is standing is just it's... I just feel like the other side is saying everything's fine and that it's fine and we can just keep going, and I feel like you're accepting that and going with it, but I feel like the Devil card is saying you know better. I feel like that's what it's saying, you know that your partner's not okay. I feel like that's the Devil card. You're going with it, you'd like to believe everything is great, but you know better. You know that your partner's not okay with what's happening. They're not happy. Now, I don't know how long this is going to stay like this. Because I'm still kind of what is happening here? Because what's in your challenge position is, and this is going with this card, ironically, the less I want to hold up this card, the more it seems to be pulled into the reading. This Ace of Swords is telling me you're pushing forward with this. It seems to be more of the problem here. You're going forward, you're pushing forward with what you want to do. Your partner really is not happy, not okay with this at all. Whatever it is, you're pushing forward, your partner's not happy. And this seems to be more of the problem. And I'm also getting like you feel like you're feeling your strength here. You want this to happen. You're holding in tight and you're making this happen. Whatever this is, I feel like you're the one in control. And ugh, I hope this doesn't come off really negative because it's weird because I'm just like that one card is just like that's a rough card. That's a rough card. Your partner very upset, like heartbroken that you're continuing forward. And I'm trying to figure out what it is you're doing because you have love for your partner. You love your partner. Why is this moment happening is my question. Because your partner's really upset about this. But they're glazing it over. They're trying to make it sound like it's okay. And you're pushing forward because you really want this. You do really want this. You know what? I'm going to push my luck with this. Sometimes being a little selfish is warranted to get what you want, especially if in the situations, if in a lot of the situations you tend not to get what you want, and this is one of those few times that you're pushing and holding forth because you want this and you're making it happen, sometimes this is warranted. It may seem unfair, or maybe it may be unfair, but still, once in a while, you got to have yours too. I don't know. I'm pushing my luck with that card. It's driving me crazy because I really don't like picking up that card, but I feel like I have to. So I apologize if this seems offensive, because I know some of these readings before have gone south because people get really upset with where it's coming. This is a general read, though. Doesn't mean it's hitting for you, but because you love them. You love your other person. Whoever your person is, you love them. You love them. I have no doubt in that. So, I have this. See, this is interesting because spiritually you have judgment going in your favor. Doesn't that seem perplexing? They're saying you're standing in a selfish spot, yet judgment goes in your favor. Interesting. Maybe because I'm just like toying with that idea, because sometimes as a Pisces, we go along with things for a while, and then just once in a while you just get fed up, and you just like, I want something now, and it doesn't have to be the right time at all. It's just like you hit that point, and you're just like, my turn, and you just have a freak out about it. Maybe it's just me, but see, because it's the only card. The rest of these feel really good because I'm kind of perplexed about it still. I'm sure people will leave me comments below about what they're thinking about it. Remember, general reading. Don't shoot the messenger. Thanks. This is going to play out within the next few weeks. Judgment does go in your favor. It does. It's good. And you got like the Ace of Cups for your partner. This is where I'm saying you love your partner. If this reading is hitting, like with the rest of this, you have strong love feelings for your partner. So you're pushing forward, but I just have this feeling like you feel like you have to do this. Like it's your turn. Right or wrong, it's your turn. That's what I'm getting here. Your partner might be really, very upset, and I feel like some of you might be looking at this like, yeah, my partner might be upset, but I've been in that position most of the time, a lot more than they have. I'm getting that too. So I'm just like, this card, I don't want it. The more I don't want to touch it, the more I pick it up. Okay, that's great. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is in their spiritual position. I'm getting their kind of, especially with the reconsider here, they seem to be coming around. They don't want to do this. You want to do this. You're pushing forward. I'm almost wondering if some of you are like putting together holiday plans, and you're like, it's going to be at my family this year. And the other side's like, but it's my family's turn. You're like, yeah, I know, but there's some reasons behind this on why you feel it should be at your family, and you're not backing down. There's reasons behind this, though, and you're just like, you're not giving in. And I'm seeing, like, your partner just kind of relents and, like, starts to go towards the positive. Like, you know what? Maybe this will work out. Maybe, you know what? I feel like they're letting go. They're very upset about it, but they're kind of like, you know what? I'll just go with it. Maybe we can work out something else. And this is weird, and I don't know if this is going to hit with people or not, especially because, not for nothing, I think this reading is going to go up after the holiday of Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking this might be going towards Christmas and Yule and that type of time. New Year's, possibly. Not that I mean, Thanksgiving, I think that's an American thing. I believe Canada has their own version. I don't know. Maybe they have the same thing. I don't know. Ignorant on that, clearly. But, I'm just trying to, like, connect, like, what holiday are we going for here? Because I'm feeling like your partner's like, all right, we're going to do this, whatever this get-together is, the way you want to. But let's also do a second get-together. Like, I feel like they're negotiating here. I'm getting this as the reconsider. Like, yeah, what you want, they're giving into. But then they're trying to negotiate something else, so where they also feel like things are working out for them. Not ideally, but still, they're looking at this in a different perspective. Like, all right, you can have what you want, and I'll find a different way to, like, make this work out to where I can actually get what I want too. Just maybe not exactly the way I wanted it originally, but good enough to where I'm satisfied. Because I'm seeing them, what makes it better is they're working this out. They have the Seven of Pentacles. They're still going in the same direction, but I feel like they've found a different way to make this work out in a satisfactory way for them. I'm also getting on your side, what's helping you is this King of Wands. You're strong. You're having a power moment. And you're definitely getting what you want, but I feel like you're supporting your partner in this. You're like, yes, I'm getting what I want. You can have what you want to, but I'm getting what I want. You can have what you want to, I'll help with that, but I'm having what I want. I just feel like you're very, like, strong. You're like, I'm having what I want. You can have what you want to, I'll help you with that, but I'm having what I want. And I feel like there's more to this. There's a lot more to this. Like, if you're feeling this way, if this reading is hitting, there's reasons behind this. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Pisces, but that card, that one card, where it hit, I'm just like, really? I'm like, thanks, guys, for putting that there. Anything else with this? I'm sure you guys will let me know. I don't think that's as bad as I think it was. Like, my first reaction to this guy, I was just like, oh boy. But looking at it at the end, I feel like this is what it's taking for you to get what you want. And there's a reason behind this. Like, something is pushing you, like, you've had enough of something else, or you feel like you've given in too long, and now it's your turn, and you want something, and you're not backing down. You're just like, I'm not backing down. And you don't. And what actually helps the situation is you do get what you want. Your partner finds another way to get what they want, but it's completely acceptable to you because you get what you want, they get what they want well enough. Like, it's not exactly what they originally planned, but it's good enough. And you're like, sure, we can do that. We're gonna do what I want first, though. Or like, as long as I get what I want, I'll help you with that. I'll go along with that. Yeah, I feel like you're like, yeah, that's fine. Especially with that King of Wands, you're like, okay, that works. We can do that. I feel like this ends well. All right, I'm not going to drown down that anymore because I don't want to. Honestly, I just don't want to. I think we got the message out, though. I think if that reading is hitting with you, I think you got the gist of it. I really don't think it's insulting at the end, but people will tell me. I know that. Sometimes it's an email people send me and they let me know exactly what they're thinking, and I'm like, but at least they let me know. But remember, go. It is a general read, so if it's not hitting with you, that's okay. Let's do Pisces single. Stop. Alright. This is a weird layout. It's the same layout I used, but the way that the two center cards came out, it's just... I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Now, single Pisces, I don't wanna just assume. I'm a single Pisces, so I'm curious. All right, so In the past, when it comes to love, this is the past. It's affecting where you are now. You're you're presented with a lot of options. A lot of options are in front of you, and that could be anywhere from three to whatever you consider a lot of options. I'm thinking at least three, if this is hitting, because this seems to be something like I wouldn't say they're people you're falling for, but like people who are like, that could be, or that's a possibility, or I can see that, being worth a shot. Like, not like you're falling flat on your face, like, oh my god, the best person on the planet, there's three of them. Not like that. More like, I could, yeah. Just kind of like, that seems like that's a possibility. Now this is bringing you to where you are currently. You're going from, you're seeing them here, which is interesting, because usually with the Nine of Cups, I usually feel like there's a bunch of options with this deck. Other decks, I've been more like somebody feeling they're accomplished or happy where they are. In this deck, the way that person looks, like, it reminds me of the Seven a lot, the way they have it laid out. And I'm feeling like you're coming to a spot where, like, I think I know who I want to try with. And I'm going to try. Like, I feel like you're throwing down the gauntlet, if you will. I don't know if that's really how you say that. But, like, you're putting it out there. You're like, I think I'm going to try with this one. I see this one. It looks like they're favorable towards me. I'm going to see if that's going to work out, if that has a possibility. So, these come together like that. So, like, these three, like, this whole thing, it seems like it's a progression. Like, I feel like the way this reading layout usually goes is a little altered from normal. Because I feel like what they're saying is, you're putting yourself out there. You're making you're making the decision and you're like, I'm going to go for it. And you do. You put yourself out there. Very energetic and very happy about this. And you go the Fool into the Six of Wands. So you get right out there, you put out there what you want. You're very excited about this. You're feeling like, you're on top of the world. This should work out. You're having a lot of confidence, a very strong, confident moment. Very good. Now, the Six of Wands is telling me that you're not getting a no, but you're not getting a yes either. I'm getting like you're getting. Oh boy. It feels like you're getting a favorable response, but plans are not made. I almost feel like the other person's saying, well, I'm kind of busy like right now, but let me think about it and see when I can get together, or something like that. Like, you're kind of getting a favorable response, but I don't feel like plans are being made. And that's why it's the Six of Wands, because I'm feeling like you're pretty excited about it still, because it's not like anything was put in stone or anything's going to happen per se. Like, you haven't scheduled a date, or you're not going to do this or that, but the other person says, oh, that's an idea. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll get back to you when I can work something out. And I feel like you're happy with that. Now, the way this is going, like, I'm getting this as a progression of events. So this is a little altered from my normal way of doing this. You get the Hermit card at the bottom. I feel like you're hopeful, but you're not really hearing back. I'm not feeling that you're hearing back. So, this, I feel like you're still hopeful here, though. I'm just seeing what's coming up here, and I'm getting what they're saying now. So I feel like you just kind of, like, you let this, you're just kind of being respectful. Like, the other person said they were busy, and they weren't sure when, but they'd get back to you when they could. So I feel like you're like, okay, and you're trusting that they will do that. Then the future hits here. The Tower with the Wait card. Alright, so this is what I'm getting from this. Of course, it's a general read. First half seems rough. Maybe this will work out when it'll end, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. The Tower is like, I feel like you're seeing this person going in a different direction. They're either forgetting about you, and they're not seeming to remember or acknowledge that, they were busy, but they were going to tell you when they had some more time. Or I'm feeling like you might see them out with somebody else. feel like a lot of you are going to see that. If this reading is hitting, I feel like you're going to see the person you like that you said you'd wait for them when they're ready. I feel like they're out with someone else. And it's just, I'm getting like a lot of you are also seeing this, but you're kind of holding on. When they get the wait here, I don't feel like that's good advice. I don't feel like that's actually advice. I feel like that's saying something that you're originally doing. Because you're seeing something that's kind of like, I don't feel like this is good. I feel like they're either forgetting about you completely and they're moving on, or you're seeing them out with somebody else. But I feel like for some reason you feel like if you just wait, like almost like you're seeing somebody out with somebody else, this person out with somebody else, and you're like, it's just a date, I'll just, wait till my opportunity comes around and see if I can get a date as well. And, once we start seeing each other, that'll be different. Or they're forgetting about you, and I feel like they're not really coming back towards you, and I don't feel like this is a good moment, because it's kind of like, oh, well, they're still a little, you're kind of like pacifying, like, they're still a little busy, so. Let's go here. Okay, I wasn't sure where we were going to go next. I'm getting that when it comes to you, this person seems to be, they don't really, like, I feel like the person you're going for isn't, I don't know, I don't feel, they're very neutral. They're not really sure if how they really feel, I guess. Especially with the Hanged Man, they're kind of, that's like a stuck between phases type thing. And, knocking it off. Do you want me to look at the card? I'm just getting I'm seeing flaws. I'm noticing flaws that I've never noticed before. And I'm feeling like this person is just not, I just don't feel like they're moving forward with you. And they're feeling like they don't want to be mean, and they don't want to they don't want to deny, or they don't want to just reject you, but they don't want to go forward with you either, is what I'm getting. It's I feel like they like you as a person, but they're not feeling that ignition for more. And I just don't feel like they're drawn to you the way you're drawn to them. See, I feel like this is kind of rough. Being a single Pisces myself, I guess I've come across these things in my own life watching other readers, and it's just it's not something, I remember coming across things like this and not wanting to hear certain things, but then afterwards realizing how it benefited me to know it ahead of time. Not that I took the advice, but because what I see is I feel like a bunch of you are going to do this situation where the Emperor with the no next to it is the Emperor sits there, the Emperor's he's in that chair by himself. I feel like you're kind of waiting for this person, and the advice is to not do that. I feel like that's what they're saying. I know before here, see, I feel like the wait, you're waiting here when you're seeing this, and I feel like you're not jumping to conclusions. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's going for you or not, but in the end result, I'm feeling like they're saying don't wait around. Don't wait for this person to come towards you, because you might be waiting indefinitely. And the last card over here is next to them. You could try to look a little deeper, but I feel like this really, I don't know, it doesn't feel like this person is really strong with their feelings towards you. And I just don't feel, meditation brings answers means if you really look at this person a little closer and how they treat people, not that they're a bad person, but I don't really feel like it would really match with you for some reason. I feel like they're saying if you look a little deeper with this meditation brings answers, you might see that this person maybe isn't the best match for you anyway. Not that they're a bad person, just that they're maybe not the best match for you. Oh. Is there anything else? It's weird because I feel you've been going through options and you chose one, and I feel like you got kind of invested with the choice you went with. This isn't your thoughts, the Empress. I feel like you're letting your mind go there. Pisces are naturally very dreamy. They like to think things through. Daydreaming can be a very creative and good thing for a Pisces, but when it tips over from daydreaming to possibilities to obsessing over something that's not happening, it can work against you instead of for you. And I feel like you have a big heart, if this is connecting with you, and just you're kind of pouring into this situation, but the other person is not reciprocating. I don't feel like the other person is reciprocating. They do like you as a person. They think you're a good person. They like you, but they don't have those relationship urges or twinges, if you want to say. They don't seem to be motivated in that direction. And I might say, when they're saying they don't have the time, I would say that if you see that, I feel like that's a kind of like a polite brush off right there. And they're telling me that's like a polite brush off. Like, I don't know, like if you like say, well, I'll call you in a couple weeks and see how things are going, and if they're like, no, I'll call you when I have a moment, that's the polite brush off. Like that might be, if this hasn't happened yet, like when you go towards that person, like, and they say, well, I'm kind of busy right now, I'll let you know. You're like, well, I'll call you in like 2 weeks just to see how things are going, and they're like, no, I'll call you when I'm ready. That's the polite brush off. I feel like it's just a fair warning. I mean, I know it's a single read. It won't hit with everybody, but I hope that comes across in a positive manner, because I feel like the whole purpose, if this is hitting with you, is that you don't wait for somebody who's really not motivated back. They're just being nice because they're just not feeling it. It has nothing to do with you or them. It's just they're not feeling it. Like, you could be the most beautiful person in the world, but if they're not feeling it, they're not feeling it. And you know what I mean? Vice versa either. But I'm feeling like this hopefully goes your way in the sense of like, you see it for what it is and you detach and you go in a different direction, because you still have these possibilities you can go through. So it's not like you're lacking in possibilities. It's just the one that you seem to like the most is just kind of being polite and nice to you. Giving you the brush off is what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.